Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. Thank you for joining me today. This is the card we're making. It's this three-layered snowflake card and I hope you like it. You can see you have continuous stamping across the layers and it's very monochromatic and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So this one is Night of Navy. The next one we're going to do is Real Red. So I've got my layers here. All the measurements for these will be on the blog post on my website, but I've got 3 layers here of basic white. I won't give you the measurements now. As I said, they're all on my website on the blog post, and you can find the link to that in the description box below. So I'm just going to put a little bit of repositional adhesive on the back of my layer. And this is my middle layer, and I'm just going to put it on the center, try and center it as best as I can. Oh, it's not very centered. Maybe that looks a bit better. And then my last one here, in the center here, and this is how we're going to stamp it. And then we'll split the layers apart again to make up our card. Okay, so stamps that I'm going to use is 2 of them, Sparkling Snowflakes. I'm going to use the snowflakes here, and then I've got this one, Christmas Together, very cute, rather, and I'm going to use this little snowflake here from that. So we've got different sizes of snowflake here. As you can see, you've got different sizes that you can use. I'm actually not going to use this really big one, I don't think. I think I'm going to go for these 2 different sizes here. Okay, so Real Red ink. Gonna make sure my ink, my stamp is nicely on my block, ink it up, and then just down, hold, and up like that. I'm just going to stamp across the layers, giving a little bit of more push down so you go across the layers properly. Don't worry if it's not perfect, no one will notice, I promise you. Just no rhyme or reason where I'm stamping, just where I want to. Okay, so I think that's enough with that one. Give it a clean up. I'm going to move to my next size down, and same thing. I want it to be quite full, the patterns. So I am going to go in, sometimes overlapping, it's not the end of the world. That's enough there. We'll clean that up. And then I'm going to go to my Very Cute. We've got 2 sizes of snowflake here. I'm actually going to go in with this larger size quickly. It's a slightly different design. I think it still looks okay. That'll be enough of that, I think. And then I'm going to go in with this very small one. Fill in the areas. And as I said, it's quite a busy background, but it does get broken up by your layers, as you'll see. Okay, I think enough is good as a feast. Clean that up. Move that aside for a second. I'm going to do my stamping on my sentiment next. So let's find a piece of basic white. Here we go. And the sentiment we're going to use is, let me get it out here, it's from here. Modern Garden, wishing you warm blessings of Christmas. So that's this one here. So I'm just going to use my grid paper to get my sentiment straightish. Go straight on the grid paper. We should go straight on the block. And then down. There we go. Set that aside. Clean that up. Okay, let's close up our ink pad. Put that away. So we can start to assemble our card now. So let's break in our bits. We've got our card base is real red. So that's a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then fold in half. And I've got a piece of basic white here. It measures 14.35 centimeters by 10. And this is going to be for our insert. Okay. Just like that. Okay. And let's get all of our pieces here that we need. We bring in our layers, and with this repositional adhesive it just comes away really easily. And we're going to put this big piece down on the front of our card. Just like that. And we just need to remember where our layers were. It's really quite simple. So this is our middle layer. So I've got a piece here of real red to back it onto. Yep, that's the right piece. So that's, now you could pop up each of these layers, but I haven't, because I do pop up the last two, so I don't want all of them popped up. I think it's a bit too much dimension for the post. So if we just line this up again, roughly where we were, just very roughly. No one will know the difference. And already it looks starting to come together. So now we're going to take our last little layer here, put this down, and just check where it's meant to go, and this was meant to go there. And now we need to put some dimensionals on the back, so I'm going to use some of my edges here. When edges are so useful, so use it up. It's all good dimension. There we go. So one sheet finished, and then I'm going to start to use the edges on this new sheet here. Sometimes you'll find that I use up my edges before I use up the rest of my sheet. I do like the edges. Some people don't. I love them. backings all come off in one long piece. There's not tons of backings to take off. Brilliant for cards like this, for when you want lots of dimension. So let's put this in the center like that, and there you can see any imperfections in stamping are really covered up by the design, which I love. So there we go, that's what we have so far. So let's clear the decks a little bit for some space. And we have our sentiment here, and we're just going to cut this out using our trimmer. So we bring in my trimmer here, and just going to cut out the sentiment. I think I want a little bit more of the base there. Okay. Yeah, that'll do. As you can see, I'm not measuring, I'm just doing it by eye and deciding if I need a bit more of an edge or not. That'll do for me. I'm not that faffed about things being absolutely perfectly measured. I think there's a lot of freedom in just going for it and enjoying the process. So here's our little sentiment. Now we just need a scrap piece of real red. We have a few here. Let's see if we can find. No, that won't fit. No, we'll have to cut into this bigger scrap here. So let's put some glue on the back, put it down, press it, and then I'm going to use my longer scissors here just to cut it out. Just doing it by eye like that. So let's put all these scraps aside. We can use that for next time. We want some dimensionals on the back, and close up our glue as well. Dimensionals. Okay, lovely. And you can let me know in the comments below whether you prefer the red or the navy. And if you want, as I said, anything, the measurements, the supply list, etc., it is all on the blog post on the website. And you'll find the links to that and all my social media links as well in the description box below. But this is a card we actually made in Car Club. And if you want to join Car Club here in Lincoln in the UK, you can find the details for that as well on my website. Look at that, I love it. So for some finishing touches, I've got some of these adhesive black glitter sequins. Now we could go with green, but I think that's going to be too jarring. I think I'm going to go back with these sort of silver white ones here. And I'm just going to go and put a few, not a lot, just in one or two of the snowflake centers. I can see. So how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be fine. I think that looks okay. So clear the decks, bring back the original. There we have the red, the real red, or the Night of Navy. As I said, let me know which you prefer. If you've enjoyed the video, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know, and please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.